On the 18th of July 2007, after a very long and drawn-out drought, Melbourne was gripped by one of the coldest spells on record. Myself and a good friend were gripped by the need to go driving in these awfully treacherous conditions after hearing about road closures and many accidents up in the hills. A very short drive out of Melbourne, you can actually get to these hills. It took us about 45 minutes to get there in pretty shocking weather, which was an absolute bonus for us. And on the drive up there, taking the Warburton Highway out of Melbourne to Melbourne's northeast into the hills, we passed many ambulances, tow trucks, etc, which basically told us we were in for an excellent drive. We mounted the video camera to the front of the R32 and we went driving. After passing some strangely inbred locals wearing capes and wielding shotguns, we continued on at the road at breakneck speed, of course sticking to the speed limits, heading towards a very famous bit of road that takes us up and over towards Lake Mountain, heading towards Marysville. The altitude of this road heads up to 1,022 metres and let us do some real driving. On the road as well, which is good and bad. I mean, it looks pretty and everything. After finishing 10 kilometres of driving on the road following the Rexy of my good friend, it was then time for the R32 to set the pace. As the air temperature dropped and our altitude increased, the road surface conditions deteriorated, making our driving so much more fun. It's at 3.5 degrees. With traction control on, we managed to fly around these roads, again just about on the speed limits. Both the R32 and the WRX with that four-wheel drive had no problem at all. Got a lot of stuff. There we go, straight through. K's, try 70. Despite the roads being closed and pretty much impassable up ahead, we did pass the odd bit of traffic, including a Holden Commodore that was fresh out of Bougainville, but had gone around a corner, slid slightly and hit a ditch. Well, we progressed on through the snow line up to 750 metres with outside air temp of 1.5 degrees, on up to -1 degrees at 1,100 metres, and we continued on what were pretty treacherous roads but made excellent driving conditions. Drive slowly and cross the ice. Almost reaching the peak of our journey at 1,100 metres, we passed 1,022 at -1 degrees. After a brief stop and a snowball fight, my driving companion and I headed down the hill to Marysville for a nice cup of tea and some cakes. All we can say really about provincial Victoria is it's fucking great. Move there.